Do we have audio? Oh yeah, we should have audio. Good. That's a good thing. But Michiel, of course, will tell me if all is good, because that's how he rolls. That's how he is. We are now live. We got Melodify here, and Howard, and Graham, and Howard again. So, here we are. Just got home. I'm relaxed. Worked and worked and worked and worked, and today, Leslie and I had a couples massage. That was nice. I'm relaxed. She's relaxed. She needs it. She's got headache issues. I don't. I just, I like it. I could be a little louder. I mean, I could easily do that. Should I? I mean, anyone? I mean, because I'm already kind of in the, what's it called? Yellow here. No, it looks okay. I mean, I could crank that up a bit. Cranky, cranky, crank. Of course, it's a sweet hoodie. Come on. It should be Pastor of Muppets, but they did Master of Muppets. It's not as funny as it could be. So this is Q&A. The Q stands for one thing, the A stands for another letter. So let's Q and A. How about that? Do we have any A's? Otherwise I can't Q. Anyone tuning in from Los Angeles? The, hellish nightmare that's unfolding there is it's a hellish nightmare. Imagine you're from there. I know my buddy Perfecto's over there, close to the fires, still hasn't had to evacuate in Altadena somewhere, Pasadena area, but constantly they're getting messages and warnings, and then they're wrong warnings, but they're still at home. But oh my God, the devastation, it's ridiculous. But luckily, I read that several music foundations are saying, look, musicians, once you rebuild, let us know, we can help you out. Apparently, Guitar Center said, let us know what you need, we'll hook you up, free of charge. Stephen Slate did a similar thing, said, hey, once you're settled again, let me know what you need, I'll try to hook you up. That's, that's nice. If they actually follow through, that would be amazing, and what a message from our community. What do I think of the reissue Fender 64 hand-wired deluxe reverb used for 2K? Hand-wired versus PCBs, nobody cares. It isn't a big thing. Deluxe Reverb's a nice amp. I have one. It's not my favorite clean platform because it's so mid-staffed that with some pedals it's just the mids are missing. That's the whole sound. Getting that to drive, obviously you don't necessarily want that. It is a sound, but it isn't the sound. For 2K, I don't know, because the standard one, I can answer the next one while I look for that. Yes, I'm going to NAMM. Do I want to? No. But I have to. Deluxe Reverb, not Tone Master. Fender 64 Custom Deluxe Reverb. That's €3,000. Holy fuck balls. Handvertrag. Okay, so it's 1,000 cheaper than normal. That's a good custom deluxe reverb. 65 deluxe reverb. Why is that $1,800 for 22 watt? I mean, yeah, but that's not, I don't know. So you're getting the hand-wired one for a little bit more than the standard one. It's a good amp. Would I buy this rather than, let's say, I would buy a Dynamis combo, that's kick-ass, or the D25 from Ref. which has direct out and all that. But I mean, this is deluxe reverb. If you're looking for deluxe reverb, then you should probably, oh, you can't see that page. You should probably go for that, because that's a fair deal. It's $1,000 cheaper. Oh God, let me follow some of the. Is Gonzo a lefty? I think they're all lefties in the band. Hello from California. I just talked about the files. I hope you're okay, Mr. Amnesia Man. Am I going to Nam? Yes. Moin moin. Hey Matthias. What do I think of the 82 Rickenbacker 4001 in Maple Glow? Wouldn't buy it for $3,500, I can tell you that much. I have a very good friend who did do that, the dumbass. But hey, if he's happy, and if he puts flat ones on that fucking bass, I'll hunt him down. I'll hunt him down and beat him with it. That's sacrilege. Hello, Joe. Number one advice for new guitar YouTubers: don't do it. It's too many. Even the huge channels are now getting very little clicks because everyone's watching everyone. If you're doing it for fun, do it. If you're doing it to make money, don't do it. It's a long, long road. And if you value any kind of free time or spare time or leisure time, forget it. I've been working in this room for 7 weeks straight, every single day. New Year's, Christmas, every single day. 10 hours, 12 hours straight, so it's not a cushy job. Oh, I mean, this is a cushy room and it's a nice job, but you will not have any free time if you are trying to make money with it. Here for the Qs and staying for the As. I like that. American or British voice cleans? I don't know. Can go for the deluxe reverb. You can go for an AC, which is nice and very beautiful treble. You can go for a Dumble, which is a thicker type clean. They will all work. They all do the same thing in the end. I personally prefer a Plexi clean. It's got this really spiky top end that you can tame a bit with the normal channel. I love Plexi cleans. They're very, very clear, but they also have a bit of bite. That's my favorite thing. What's my take on in-ear headphones? Sonia asks. I have some generic Shure plugs. I want to upgrade to better ones with in-ear molds. That is, of course, more comfortable, and they go from like one driver up to like 18 drivers if you spend the $2,000 or whatever, or $3,000. Shouldn't that be in bed already? RT amplification. Shut it, freaking Rob Dix. Yeah, I'm old. I'm not that old. I would say, I mean, I'm not playing live, so I don't know, but with in-ears molded, of course, and the fact is, the more money you spend, the better it gets. So that's a fact. I tried some nice ones, not molded, for like $600-700, and they were amazing. They had 3 drivers. It's the more you can spend, the better it gets. Apparently I have to read the questions loud before I answer it. I kind of did. How long do we have to wait to hear those new Marshalls? Week and a half. Right? 3 videos coming, 23, 24, 25. There's also an MXR thing that everyone now knows, apparently because MXR was stupid enough to do a stupid leak. That's coming on the 26th. And it's good. Do you prefer tube amps to modelers, and do you think solid state amps are on their way out? Solid state amps were always around for certain reasons. Money and lightweight, blah, blah, blah. They've always been around alongside tube amps. I think they'll still be around because there's reasons for them. The orange is very great. Of course, you can have a jazz chorus and all that. But I do prefer tube amps. I have right there in the rack, I've got the Zuta LA25 Mark II, 3 rack space, rack-mounted tube amp, which is amazing. And I have that wired into the Axe FX3. And yeah, there is something about an actual amp that modelers cannot capture. And modelers have their place because convenience, flexibility, switchability, presetability, all that stuff, there's many reasons to use a modeler. Ultimate sound is not one of them. To get a good tube amp together with an XFX, which I've been using in this room for quite a bit, loading a tube amp down with a Fractal power station, plugging it into the XFX and using the IR loader in the XFX and then some effects in the XFX, is working beautifully. So a hybrid system is a good idea. Shouldn't I be in bed already? Yeah. No, Rob. Shut it. Come here and say that to my face. We have to see each other again. Max. Hey, Max. Perfekt, ich sitze aktuell vor einem Problem. Ich habe die Fractal Power Station, aber wenn ich den FX-Loop nutze, habe ich ein krasses Piepen. Versuche einen Zool einzuschleifen. Keine Chance. Tipps? Okay, so he's got a beep when he's using the effects loop in the power station. I know that with the high input, I had similar things with the power station when I got close with my pickups. So there's some kind of EM field generator or whatever. I have a bigger issue with the Amp Central Evo, which does that when you get too close with your guitar. It could be related to that. Maybe that the extra cables in the loops are working as antennas or something like that. But I would contact Stephen Fryette or talk to Mario from Tube Workshop, who might or might not show up in this. Maybe Rob can shed some light on that because he builds beautiful amps and maybe he knows something. But that might be an issue. And if it's that drastic a feedback issue, then having a Zool in the effects loop isn't going to fix it because there's some kind of antenna EM thing going on. But try to get in touch with Mario from Tube Workshop because he is the local service for Fryette, and he has service power stations. He might be able to tell you what that is. Chris wants to know, hey, recently took care of my guitars by putting some lemon oil on the fretboard and restring them. Now two of them now got, that's a lot of nows, some crackling sound when I touch the frets. Is that not because of the lemon oil? No. Not that I know. Cracking sound when I touch the fret, is it normal or do I have some grounding problems with my guitars? I don't know electronics. Probably shouldn't have a Q&A if I don't know things. But I don't know. It's most certainly not the lemon oil. I can tell you that. So, moving on. Jason Sears wants to know, how useful do you find EQ pedals? Can they replace multiple overdrive pedals by just using one with my favorite drive? What? No. An overdrive gives you a different flavor of overdrive. Whether or not you need those, we're going to cover tomorrow when I talk about sounds have functions in the rant. But I wouldn't use EQ pedals in a studio situation because what the EQ pedal can give me is flexibility, which I can get with an EQ in the mix, and I would probably rather use a different cab to change the sound. An EQ pedal can be great when you are in a live situation and you really drastically need to cut the mids and do the smiley face for the mid cut, or really boost certain mid frequencies for a cutting through solo when you have the effects, when you have the EQ in the effects loop, where it really can change your amp's tone. It's a flexibility adder. In front of your amp, you could cut the lows and use it as a tube screamer style boost in front of amps like a rectifier that are too bass heavy. So there's a lot of value to them. However, I usually use different tools, or I use those tools after the fact in the mix. But you can't do that when you're playing live. So therefore, an EQ can get you a lot more flexibility and fix some issues if you're in a live situation. Oh man, thank you, Mr. MGR. If you like Hank there showing you the basics in the drum programming course. Sorry, I didn't read that, Michiel. It's about the drum programming. Read it. It's right. It's right there somewhere. Where is it? Right there. Who are you, Migur? Can't see you with a mask on. So if you like Hank there, get the add-on courses. I've got 3 or 4 more on the hard drive for 2 years. We've got 2 out already, and that actually has Felix Lehrmann, top German studio drummer that played with big people, and we are. Thanks, Michiel, for the link to the course. And Felix and I were exploring some really, really cool drum grooves, Rosanna and stuff like this, and what's really going on there. Those are a whole level up from the basic main course where, we'll pick you up, but then we take you to magical places. So definitely get those expansion courses if you're already getting something out of that course. Any idea how to tame the volume of an old Gallien-Kruger 250mm solid state amp? Could I get there by using my power station, although it's meant to be used with tube amps? That's a good question. I mean, I use solid state amps with the aux, even though it specifically says don't. But couldn't you just turn the volume down? Does it not have a master volume? I don't know. But let me ask you this. Gallien-Kruger 250ml. How many watts does it have? Tell me that, and I'll go into more detail because it's extremely important. Patrick wants to know. Ich habe vorhin ein Ibanez-Video gesehen mit den neuen AZ-Gitarren. Haben die am Vibrator Schrauben, die rausgehen und beim paar Minuten stören bzw. wehtun? Do the new Ibanez AZ standard have screws on the, not vibrator, not on the vibrator, on the vibrato, on the trem that bug you? Patrick, if they did, didn't you think I would have told you? I played them for quite a while. I played them. If I had noticed anything, I would have told you. No, they seem fine. The trems are probably the worst thing about them, the least quality thing about them. I mean, they're clocking at $550, right? So the trems are not as good as the higher models. I would probably lock those down or use with caution or try to really set them up right. But they're amazing. They get extremely close to the premium line. They are a massive step up from the ES line. They fill a hole, and we all like to fill holes. What? I mean, nothing. So, no, they're really good, and I had no issue with the screws. And even if putting an actual Goto on there for $150, $200 is going to upgrade it, and a probably good idea. Niklas, NCW EBM says, don't tame the GK with the power soak. So do we have a, what's the, do we have a wattage on that amp now? Michiel, you missed Niklas's question about the ODR with more gain. I think there's an ODR plus or something. Or put the ODR in front of or behind another ODR or tube screamer or something like that. Just stack them. But I think there's an ODR plus. Thank you, Sonia, for helping out. So why am I asking about the wattage? Because I blew up the new Marshall 100 watt amp by cranking it up, as you do, all the way, and pumping it into a 100 watt rated power soak or load box. And you cannot do that at sustained, 100 watt solid state, thank you, and no master volume. If you're intending to crank that up, not a great idea, because even 100 watt 100 watt load boxes are not meant to actually take in 100 watts. But that's not a tube amp, so actually I don't know. I would, again, maybe contact Mario from Tube Workshop. He's very knowledgeable, especially about the power station. He would be able to tell you whether you can put that in there at all, and if it's safe or not. Well, Niklas, if you hate Tube Screamers, then just put another ODR behind it. Also, wait, let me check this out. Isn't there an ODR? Isn't there an ODR 1X? Doesn't that? There's an ODR 1X. What does that do? Does it have more gain? It's got an X. Has to have something more. Or, honestly, just boost it with a clean boost like a Spark or something. Where's Michiel? I know he's in Belgium. Joe Masks. Blue guitars sound better. And I must say it's true. Of course it's true. It's all here, but here matters. Searching for Tom wants to know, why do you think most don't believe when a content creator says, I'm not obligated to say anything and my opinions are my own? Because people are not trusting other people, because a lot of people are fucktards. And that's the world we live in. Dishonesty, just go on Instagram. It's all AI now. We don't know what to believe anymore. And the immediate response to anyone saying, I'm trying to do this in an honest way, is, yeah, they're not. They're being paid. And advertising traditionally is very dishonest. I hate dishonest advertising. I think you can do honest advertising, even in advertising, and still sell products. Just say the actual facts and not exaggerate. But apparently it's not how it's done. So advertising historically is massively dishonest, so we can't possibly be honest. And if people knew how much money I'm losing because of my honesty, I could tell you about that for a sec. Oh. You've had one maker ask for a favorable review. I've never really had that happen. Or someone said, don't say anything negative. Never. So yesterday, it was interesting. It's nice that you guys help each other out. You guys are awesome. You don't need me. I can go. Bye. It's awesome. Bye-bye. It's going to be over here. I love this. That's great. Yeah, that will be boring. Honesty. Last night, very interestingly, I was on LinkedIn and got a bing. And so I got a personal message, hey, other John Brown. No, I did not get more requests for ASMR videos. I loved it. Stephen Fryette loved it, but no. So I was on LinkedIn and I got a bing from someone working for Gibson. And said, hey, I'd like to invite you to the Gibson NAMM party after show thing. First time I ever had anyone from Gibson reach out, so maybe that guy doesn't know. I mean, he says he likes my channel, but he must have not seen too much. And so here's a chance to maybe start working with Gibson, get that Gibson money, right? And I told him what I always told you I would tell Gibson. I said, look, I cannot, in good conscience, go to a Gibson party. I cannot in good conscience promote the Gibson brand and Gibson brands, because they will take the money that they might make with products sold because of my videos and then sue a whole bunch of my friends. Okay, I can't do that. It's not happening. And hello, Steve Cassidy. So I told him, thank you, but no thank you. It's very kind that you're inviting me. And he was super nice. And I then he then said, well, we have more brands other than Gibson. I said, yeah, but Mesa Boogie, Kramer, and all these Gibson brands, they're still going into the money pot from Gibson. So I will not show a Mesa Boogie amp. I will not show a Gibson guitar or a Kramer guitar, because that money that they might be making with sales that I might be promoting is going to go to sue people that are very nice human beings. And I'm not going to be okay with that, okay? I'm not going to support that kind of greedy American corporatism. And he said, totally understand, wasn't mad about it. He said, I get it, I totally get it. Well, not all bad people, but, you know. So it was a very civilized conversation, and I said, no, thank you. And of course, a lot of people will not believe that that happened. They'll think I'll take money to say positive things about everything. And you know what? I'm pretty sure a lot of other creators would have said, yeah, sure, Gibson, where's the money? Give me a Les Paul, whatever. But yeah, I'm not one of those people. Music sound gear. Wait, I gotta, where's that? She thinks the guitars of the day are horrible, and what's the point? So I'm going to have to show her that. I think they're funny as hell. So, I just sent that to her. So we got Rummy, right? I'm using foam acoustic treatment in Sonarworks to get even EQ to mix. Do you recommend expensive acoustic treatment or stick with Sonarworks? Michiel, put that link to Celenti in, because Celenti makes good stuff. That's the shit that you see on the walls here. They even put my logo in that thing. Let me see if I can. See the logo right there? That's kind of neat, huh? It's subtle, but it says HP42. And these are very, very easily installed. I'll show you. Oh. So there's literally 2 nails, tiny little nails for each one. And there's just a plastic thing. How can I do it now? Here we go. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. There we go. So it's ultra easy, not massively expensive. I've got the circles in this room. Can I do this? Wait, here we go. Whee! See, circles. Also nice. Whee! I've got it all over the house here. So that's good stuff, but the Sonarworks, I just got the new X4 Gen 2 for this room. Massive upgrade for the room. And in the new Universal Audio Apollo, there is a built-in Sonarworks thing. So let me see if I can show you this. We're going to stick with this question for a second. So here we got the UA console, right? And here's the main monitor. And this is what it measured. Can you see the difference between the left and the right speaker? It's drastic, right? So the right speaker actually had plus 5 dB. It's crazy. And this is how it's adjusting the two speakers. Well, of course, because one speaker is actually in front of the window right there, and one is right next to the camera, right in front of the wall. So the room itself added, the speakers are exactly identical. KSD's 5, very nice, very nice. And the room added 5 dB to one side. So I was mixing, I didn't know, first of all, there was a lot of low end from the wall and coming from the window, and the vocals were here. I didn't notice until I ran 36 measuring points with the Sonarworks software, and then had this profile put in. And that's what is now constantly on my output. Anything I do, anything that goes through that interface is being treated this way. So I'm going to say the left input, the left speaker is going to be taken down because it needs to be adjusted to the right one. And the benefit to the mixes, they still sound fat to hear that. It's not like, oh, where did all the fun go? It's still fun, but I can hear everything so much clearer. So even though this room wasn't treated professionally, right? It just is quieter because of the Silenti stuff. But the Sonarworks stuff works wonders. If you got your mix run through the Sonarworks stuff, you measured it correctly, and then hear it somewhere else, and you're like, hey, sounds pretty good, then don't do anything. If it works, right? So I'm super happy to Universal Audio for having sent me this. I'm going to make a video about this, especially about the Sonarworks stuff, because it's a good system. Whoa, what the... and it really changed the mixes. I listened to a mix over on Leslie's iMac through the iMac speakers. I was standing there, fuck! Kick is there, snare is there, vocals are present, bass is there. It was all working. So yeah, the Sonarworks stuff, not the cheapest. The license for the software with speakers, not a multi-channel setup, costs you $300, but you'll spend a lot more on room treatment than $300. So I would say some room treatment to get it quieter and less reverberary along Sonarworks is a very good idea. I had the Sonarworks thing for years and didn't want to use it because first time I tried to use it, sorry, I'm trying to read comments. First time I tried to use it, it really took in my other studio a lot of low end out, and it just wasn't as fun. I didn't quite understand how much the room added. So it's a great system. The ceiling in here is not treated, it's a styrofoam thing. I was thinking of putting maybe something over the desk here, but point is, I'm doing primarily video editing here and recording some tracks, and the tracks that are coming out of here are fire! One of them is literally fire. God, I wish I could show you. Product comes out in 3 months. I wish I could show you. Michiel's seen it. Michiel, tell them how fun it is without revealing anything. God, it's fire. So, let me see what else is happening. Oh, and what Michiel is writing. Who are some German artists, people you should check out if you're interested in German music? Oh, I'm the wrong guy to ask about that. I wouldn't know. There are some good... Mark Forster. But he sings in German. Mark Forster does good shit. There are a few German bands where I go like, this is good stuff. And some where I go like, ah, and some where I go like, no. Mark Forster, really good shit. Thank you, Marianne, wegen design for saying that. Silenti, not Solenti, Rami. And by the way, Rami, thank you for the super chat. Not sure they ship to the US, but because it's big stuff. I mean, hey, for extra money, sure. But I like the stuff because it doesn't look like studio treatment, and it's easy to install. It's felt. It's not, not felt. Oh, thank you, Rami, for liking the songwriting course. It's I'm always happy when people dig that shit. Oh, and that's a good question. Does the Sonarworks compare to iCase Arc? I don't think it does. iCase is good, and I use it. I had the iLouds in here. I have iLouds everywhere. And in my, I wanted to put the iLoud MTMs in here because I have an extra set, but they're just too big for the desk. It would look ridiculous. So I went back to the 5s from KSD, which are fantastic speakers. But in the main studio, I've got the iLoud MTM Precision, and I measured them with the Tone X, no, the Monitor X or X Monitor, that's what it's called. It comes with the mic. However, my feeling is it did adjust it, and it adjusted it well, and the mixes come out a lot better now. It did take out a lot of that low end that the room created. But it does 4 measuring points, right? The Sonarworks stuff did 36 with a click system, and it really tells you exactly where the mic has to be. Not roughly. It says it's doing clicks with the speakers, click, 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 click. It's showing you on the screen where your mic has to be. And then it's, especially in the area of where you're sitting, it's doing a lot of measurements, 36 points of it. So I'm thinking the Sonarworks is a more precise measurement. Or is IK doing something with artificial machine learning, something that is as good? I don't know. But my feeling is because of the measuring points, the Sonarworks is a more sophisticated system. What it did in this room was phenomenal. The vocals were in the middle. I didn't even hear this. I didn't even hear I had a problem. All of a sudden, the vocals were in the middle. And again, the mixes coming out of this room, I am extremely proud of. Extremely. So. So the Pete Journal. From today to the next sound of my... I already don't understand the sentence. From today to the next sound of my amp guitar is different, although I didn't change anything. Sound familiar, and what can be the cause? From one day to the next, the sound... Now the other John Brown. The other John Brown's like, mains voltage fluctuation. No, he's going technical. It's people. Animals in the middle. Wait, we're doing animals in the middle, and we're going. Then I answer that. Okay, where's this? And then we do. Oh, that's the Carlos thing. What's the newest one? Oh! Okay. Can I move this? I can move this over here. That's Zaphod trying to get to Noodle's eel. So this is a cage we have for Noodle when he needs a timeout, because sometimes he's rowdy. And apparently Zaphod found the eel in there and really thought, I'm going to get to that eel. That's my eel now. But he can't get to it. So Leslie was super nice and actually let him in. And he's kicking that eel's ass in a second. But go to Noodle the Poodle 42 on Instagram to see the rest of it. Okay, that's it. That's Animals in the Middle. Back to why does your guitar sound different? It's because we're human beings. Honestly, I've had guitar sounds on albums where I was like, this is the shit. This is amazing. I know exactly what cab I used, what speaker I used, what guitar I used. What cab I used? What amp I used, what cab I used, all that stuff. You can't get that back. That was that day. There was the magic that happened on that day. And I recorded with it. And awesome stuff happened. On the next day, very likely you can't get that back. It's the part you play with the guitar, with the cab in the song. Sometimes a guitar, it's influenced by everything around it. The kick drum, the bass, everything. So, yeah, voltage fluctuations my ass, the other John Brown. Sure, maybe. But I'm gonna go with be happy that you got a good sound, and the next day, work with the other tiny variation of that sound that you got. Because if I can never get a sound back on a recording when I had an amazing tone. I'm like, yeah, even if I use a model or something, it's all different in context. I think when I hear some of the music I've produced, whoa, that's amazing. I know I cannot get that back. But I could do something else that hopefully is amazing. So be happy with that. Be happy that you get a good sound once. But it can change. Or, as the other John Brown says, voltage fluctuations. Voltage fluctuations. Chris, any tips for indie monitoring? I said that earlier to Sonia. The more money you spend on custom in-ears with more drivers, the better it gets. I tried some for $600. They were not molded. They were fantastic. But if you go up to more, you get more. You get more drivers. You get more transparency, resolution, all that stuff. Yeah, go and subscribe to Noodle the Poodle on Instagram. Please, Leslie needs the followers. Those are beautiful reels she does. Please give her a boost. Thank you, Search of a Tone. Roland JC40 for cleans. If you're only using it for cleans, yeah, that'll do. That's a good clean. I've never had one, but yeah, that can work. But of course, you can also get other great things for cleans. But if you like that sound, you stay with cleans because also the speaker is very hi-fi. Don't put drive in there because that's going to be eek. So, yeah, thank you, John Brown. Yeah, ears are dumb. Absolutely. And we changed the way we hear. One day you get up and you hear a certain way. The other day you get up and you remember the sound from yesterday. Do you really? Do you really? What about the room temperature? Air moves differently through the room. I don't know these things. I should do the Snoopy slider shot. People will love it. I haven't processed that if I can even find it. It might be gone, Michiel. I don't know. Might be on the card. I don't know if I still have it. Do the cats chew up cables? No, because I would chew up the fucking cats. We got 5 of them. They pee, they scratch. So far, none of them have scratched a grill on an amp. Luckily. I mean, the amps are standing there. I've got combos for like $3,500 standing there, and they do look like cat toys. So far, they haven't. Talking about sofa, they've scratched up the sofa. Ha! Get it, sofa? It's a joke. Marvin, hello Henning, Ray Polyample. If I understand correctly, it's more suitable for clean tones. Is it your assessment and could you expand? Absolutely. The cleans are phenomenal on the Ample. Really phenomenal. As good as they get, but it's a preference of the builder. He likes surf music, he has a tone for clean sounds. You can tweak all the presets, but they're not tweaked out of the box. So put in the boost, push the gain up a bit, and then you're getting some nice edge of breakup sounds, some drive sounds. I wouldn't get it for high gain stuff. If you're interested in one, the one I have is on sale. So all you gotta do is write to I want this at henningpauli.com, and Leslie will get in touch with you. And it's a really good box. I have every model on the planet, and then some. I can deal with the more complex ones. I've got the XFX3 in the rack here, so I have no need for an Ample, and someone else is going to have a gay old time with it, especially on the cleans. What else do we have? Going to NAMM? Yes. Excited? Fuck no. If I can find any reason to not go, I would. But I can't. I probably have to go. Michiel has not left the chat. Okay, Rami says that's a nice thing. I'm finding better success recording 112 cabs than 412. I'm doing rock and hard rock. I find less phasing issues and less boomy low end. What's your approach? I mean, I recorded prog metal and got some ridiculous sounds from a Fender Hot Rod 112 combo where I took the amp part out and just left the speaker. So it wasn't even meant as a cab and then had a hole in the top. That is, I still have that. It's a ridiculous speaker. It's a Fender Hot Rod 112. And that's all over that album, which is a pretty damn good sounding album. Really fat, really brutal. Yeah, I would go with one. I mean, will a 212 or 412 generally sound maybe a bit bigger? Yeah. Do you need the size? I don't think you do, because in the mix you're going to take that low end out anyway. So if you are getting somewhere with your 112s, go stick with it. Easy. You have less phasing issues, and if you're getting great sounds, then stick with those great sounds. If I had my amp plugged in direct with a cap sim to channel 1. Channel 2, I had a mic in front of the cap. What? What? If I had my amp plugged in direct with a cap sim to channel 1. Channel 1 where? On the amp? On your audio interface? So you're going into your audio interface with direct, like a built-in speaker simulation, analog or digital. That's very important. Analog speaker simulation from the amp out, or a digital one like a Captor X or like a cab rig from that stuff. Let me know, because you will definitely have phase issues if you're using a mic and a digital speaker simulation, because that will have a few milliseconds latency. Any thoughts on the NAMM player? No, I haven't tried it. Can you pan one left and right instead of double tracking? No, you can't. And Michiel, some of that stuff might not be on the list, like thank you, but I think the Ample isn't on there. Leslie just posts stuff individually on Kleinanzeigen. So no, it's not a replica for double tracking. The double tracking sound, hard left and right, comes from actually playing it, and differences in playing, and differences in slide, and differences in attack, timing and pitch. That's where it comes from. I would absolutely not do direct sound and a mic'd sound, especially if that direct sound is digital, because then you have phase issues, and in the middle it's going to be a problem. Absolutely no. Marianne. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to read that. I'm reading it there. I don't know. I'm at the point to buy an audio interface to build a very simple home studio for guitar singing. Guitar sings? Guitar singing and some keys. What would you buy for max 200 and what DAW and a free software worth having? Can you use Reaper? Yes. Is it free? Yes. Would I suggest it? No. Because I haven't worked with it. But the thing is, when things are free and there's a reason for it, I think. I would go for a Cubase artist version. As far as the audio interface goes, I would highly recommend the Volts. So UA Volt 229 in the 2-channel version, which you might want because you got keys. And if you want to do guitar and vocals, then guitar and vocals it is. I was working in this room with a Volt 476. What? That's the wrong picture. That's the 276, I think. What do they call the big one? I don't know. I was working with this one. Right? So one of the issues here is, first of all, great. It's got vocal, guitar, and fast compressor. It's got a built-in 76 compressor, which is really killer. It's got phantom power, 4 inputs, combo jacks, 2 headphone outs. But see the monitor source, so you can listen to what's coming from your computer, right? And then you can also monitor directly in 1 and 2 and in 3 and 4. But whatever is plugged into input 1 will come out of the left. Whatever is plugged into input 2 will come out of the right. So these are being direct monitored. So you're directly going to your speakers without even going through the computer. If you're monitoring through the computer, you will have some latency, but then you can determine where it goes. But if you're doing direct monitoring, it's going 1 is left, 2 is right, 3 is left, 4 is right, right? So that was my one issue with them, because they just don't have what do you call it? They don't have a software console. So in a software console, you could say, oh, this is how I want my monitoring set up. With these, you can't. This doesn't have the 76 compression, which is good. But at 155, you'd still have some money for Cubase. And it's a solid interface. The downside of having to, what does it look like in the back? Okay, and it's got MIDI. And USB-C, and it is powered by USB-C, which is great. But the whole monitoring situation, I wasn't super happy about. Oh, look, there's a little stand for it. That's kind of neat. If that really is your hardcore budget, go for the Volt 2. I would go... Where's the difference? Apparently that's called the P. Where's the difference here? You can push direct and then you're doing direct monitoring. Okay. Give me a sec. Ah, this one's got more shit. It's got individual line outs in the back. And, it's got 2 line inputs, which the other one doesn't have, I'm pretty sure. It's got 4 inputs, but only 2 of them are for mic. So for your keys, it's $279, but I mean, spend the money. That's what I'm saying. What do I know? So that's what I would go with, and I would go with Cubase, because I like Cubase. Okay? So what I miss talking about all that stuff. Michiel, put a thingy on Rummy. We already covered that. We just covered Marianne. Peter Urban, cheers from Canada. Well, you're still Canada now, but who knows how long that's gonna last, right? I wish that was funny. It isn't. It's just tragic. It's just... have you compared the Fractal xload with other... No, I have not had the Fractal xload. Have not had the sewer, because I don't want to work with sewer. Okay, we're back. So I don't know those two. I have loads of them. I've got all the, the Power Station. I got the 2-note stuff. I got the Red 7, the Boss. The xload could be a good thing if you're working with an XFX, just to load down your amp and then go DI into the XFX for IR loading. But again, check John Simon's channel. He's got some good videos on that, and I think he's got the sewer there. He definitely has the xload there. The guitar building kits, they're fun. Fun to learn what the bits of a guitar are. They can turn out to be usable instruments, but not great usable instruments. It's a fun toy for $79, and you actually end up with a guitar that makes sounds. Would you want to play these more? I probably not. Scarface, can I use the same results tracking with a mixer with a USB audio interface? Can I get by with that? Yes, you can. In my videos in the studio next door in Studio C are recorded through a USB capable PreSonus mixer. It's a Studio Live, and that's going into the PreSonus software in a Mac, and that's how we're recording all the audio in that studio. So you can absolutely do that. A high-end audio interface is a good idea. Okay, it is. If you're doing serious work, get a good audio interface. But that works. And Yamaha doesn't make bad mixes. Zyquate, is that a word? Wants to know, hi Henning, I really want to buy the Headrush Core. Which one is that? For bedroom recording and the travel recording and small rig. Any thought and any suggestions? I don't know. Let me look up what that is. I've got the Flex Prime here, which is pretty impressive. That's... No, I've got the Flex Prime. It's called the Flex Prime. Oh, that's the core, okay. And what are the ins and outs on that thing? Oh, loads of stuff. Okay. I mean, look, for even a little bit less money, you could get the Flex Prime. I still have to review that, but my experiences with it so far were very impressive. Loads of features. Wi-Fi, Dropbox to load in IRs and shit. You throw shit in your Dropbox and then it shows up on here. An editor that you can literally do with Wi-Fi from any HTML browser, even your phone. It's a pretty impressive box and it's small. So if you're traveling, this is even smaller. Of course, the bigger one will get you more foot switches and stuff. Sound-wise, the Headrush stuff was never that great. I don't think it was ever really competitive to some of the others. However, in my brief encounter with this, it was pretty good. And if you're playing gigs where you need to have loads of sounds, that's a good solution. I just saw that Adam fucking Steele is in here. How did you... Adam, first of all, you fucker, hello. Mr. Don't answer my messages, fucker. Love you, man. Why did you get a Harley Benton HP42? I want that story, Adam. Let's find out.
Hello.
Look.
Hi, everybody.
It's Inception.
Yes, Videoception. I was just typing to you, but yes, hi.
Why are you cooking?
I'm about to.
Or sexy games?
Well, one than the other.
Why did you get my signature guitar?
Well, I was selling a lot of my gear as I closed my studio down, and I went to a local second-hand guitar shop who were selling some of my things, and it was there, and it was beautiful, and I went, hang on, I recognise this. You know what would be funny is if one of my few guitars remaining is actually my friend's signature model.
That is awesome. And is it the one with the purple pickups?
No. It's a green one. Let me go find it.
If it's got black pickups, then it's like one of the regular ones, not one of the limited edition 42 ones.
Yeah, I think it's a regular one.
Yeah, we had 42 of the ones with the purple, and they were all hand signed and stuff.
Ah, yeah, no, it's not one of those. It is. There we go.
That beautiful.
Yeah.
I recommend.
That's very pretty.
I recommend rewire that and take out all the stupid electronics and just make it a 3-position switch, and you're good.
Yes, three. Oh, there's the push thing.
Yeah. You don't need that. But now, since we have you here, Adam, Marianne wanted to know what audio interface to get under $200, and I said, of course, a UA interface. I'm thinking you probably have an idea on that.
Under $200.
Yeah.
Today. Then that would, obviously that's from, I'm going to say an Audient ID4 or an ID14.
Hey, Adam, who do you work for again?
I work for Audient, yes.
So an Audient ID4 or ID what?
14.
14, how?
Do you need one or two microphone inputs is the question.
2, she wants to do guitar and singing.
Then the 14, the ID14 is...
I hear many people use those. What's the monitoring situation like on that? Is there a software console where you can pan direct monitor? Because the thing about the Vaults is they don't have that.
And yes, the ID4 doesn't have that because that's analog, but the ID14 has a full software mixer.
Okay, yeah, because on the Vault, I had the Vault 476p in here, and I was plugging in like a guitar, and it was only coming out of the left, and then I was recording bass, and it was only coming out of the right because the direct monitoring is going directly to, that's that.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and I'm like, and I said to UA, look, it's a great interface, but to me, doing serious work, that's annoying. So they hooked me up with an X4 Gen 2, which is rather nice and a very different level.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah. And it's got the Sonarworks built in, which massively changed my room. I mean, whoa. But
yeah, I'm a big believer in Sonarworks. We've got Audio that's got the Sonarworks inbuilt. Yeah. And we got there first.
I know. I saw a video on that. Congrats on the guitar. That's a neat guitar. And now on to more questions. Bye-bye. Love ya.
Love you too.
Adam Steele, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see a couple of last questions and then couch time. Too many guitars. Is there such a thing? Huh? Is there such a thing? I'm looking forward to hearing what your take on the super clone feature of the Flex Prime. I haven't really tried it yet. So we'll find out. I have to probably get to that after NAMM. I'm reviewing the software, the little FIFR speaker that they have, which is pretty cool for the money, and the Flex Prime. The feature set on the Flex Prime is very impressive, and especially the way that they implement the editor. Mishka Gusta, after the Gear for Music Bass 6 review, is there any chance that we will see a review of the HP counterpart guitar bass or so? I don't know if Torman does request reviews of older gear. I could ask. It's probably not a bad idea to look at that as well. I assume it's probably similar. Why is Steve Cassidy asking things? What pair of 412 cabs would you recommend for bedroom practice? Why? First of all, Michiel, why'd you put that in there? Secondly, you have to love the man because he's an idiot. So what pair of 412 cabs under 3 million? I would get the gold leaf encrusted Engel XXLs. Like the Super XL angle cabs that nobody can lift. Have them put gold leaf on it with the diamond cones on the V30s. That's the shit. And then really turn it down. You idiot. Sean Hockney wants to know, I bought the Flummer FX200 after seeing your video, but I can't seem to get the built-in expression pedal to work. Can you please tutorial a video? No, I can't. Because I can't. I don't know if I still have it. I think I might have it. But either yours is broken, or you just add a pedal. There's a pedal section, either a wah or a volume, and you add that, and then you probably just assign the built-in one instead of an external expression pedal. It should be rather simple, and I'm sure there are videos explaining that. But I can't possibly go through old gear and do tutorials on stuff because I work 12 hours a day, and I cannot even keep up with the work I have to do. It's just not possible. Can I ask what is your ideal guitar amplifier? You can. I don't know if I have an answer. If you could only pick one to write everything, what amp are you using? An amp with a solid, clean, or overdrive tone? No, absolutely not. More questions above too many guitars. Okay. Thank you. I'll get to that in a sec. Any amp that has a drive tone has a specific drive tone and probably covers a wide range of sounds. If you got a JCM 800, that's the rock, bam, done. But you want a Dumbly drive, the JCM isn't going to do that. You want a modern metal sound, you want a cutting, high saturation metal sound like a 5150 would do, or a Rev, the Marshall isn't going to do. So any kind of drive tone is going to limit the variability and flexibility. So I would go for a, what's that thing called, Syn 50, the dual module loader from Synergy. I would go for the Syn 50, put 2 modules in there, and then collect Synergy modules because they get so redonkulously close to the actual amps, whether you want a 2CP or the Trainwreck one, is it Trainwreck? Z-Wreck. From the Z-Rec module is just such an amazing AC tone. Or the Soldano one really gets you a Soldano sound, like without compromise. That's the amp I would have. If I had one amp, I would get the Synergy Syn 50 and the modules that I need. And then if I need more modules, I will get those sounds because it would absolutely cover it. So what do you have? As I go, it says, okay, we covered that. Tom F. Henning, have you tried that little Headrush FIFR 30 watt little amp? Nope. I have a tiny little speaker here. I don't know if they have an amp. A little FIFR speaker for $160. And there's a new FIFR speaker coming out next Wednesday that I'm filming tomorrow. That's very good. I'm not a fan of FIFR. I always say buy a buy a PA speaker, a good one, and you're there. But that one actually is somewhere in tone between an actual guitar speaker and a PA speaker. So it's a little bit different from a very good company. So wait till Wednesday. Do you think IR boxes will be much cheaper very soon? IR boxes? What do you mean? An IR loader? A load box, which you can put on your amp and then go into an IR? A load box that also is an attenuator that then goes into an IR. The load boxes are expensive because of the loads and resistors you put in there. The actual IR loaders, you can get an IR loader for $100 from More or whatever, More Radar. These are relatively inexpensive already. So it depends on what you're talking about. Robert Valdez did $5. Thank you so much. You have stated that McMullen makes the best Strat. In your opinion, yeah, that you have played. What, in your opinion, is the best Les Paul? Very simple. Panucci. Done. Bam. Moving on. Panucci makes... Anyone who plays a Panucci says, holy shit, that's one of the best guitars I've ever played. If you can even get one, you'd be lucky. They're always sold out. He makes few guitars. Every batch is sold out before they even leave his shop. You'd have to bookmark with the 2 shops in Europe that even sell them. And every guitar player that comes through my studio, his mind's blown when they play my Panucci. That's when you're looking for great aging, but also one of the best Les Pauls on the market. You go to Panucci. You don't go to Gibson Custom Shop, and Panucci is the way to go. What else do we have? Check marks. Frankie, how's the new Marshall stuff? I already said I can't talk about it. He said you wanted to try it after the last week's... I recorded tracks with all 3 new amps. Oh. Are they really new? Well, I recorded tracks with the 3 amps that are coming out that are being released. Videos start on the 23rd, next one on the 24th, next one on the 25th. So during NAMM, I will have full-length reviews with music, product shots, everything, different guitars, pumped through those amps, recorded with high-end microphones. Everything is ready to go, starting on the 23rd. Be patient up to that point. I signed paperwork, so I cannot talk about it, obviously, even though they themselves, through fluff, leaked what they're doing. Don't think they should have done that, but hey, let them make their own mistakes. It's good shit. You're gonna have to spend... One of them is under 1,000. The others will be above 3,000. I can tell you, you'll want them because they're good. I can tell you I have them, and I'm not letting them go. What's the best story behind your username? How do you pronounce it? Oh, what's the story? Henning Pauli is my name. Initials are HP. How would you write that out phonetically if you were German? You don't know. Are you German? Who knows? So if you're spelling that out, EYTSCH, H, P-I, and if you're German, that is P. In English, it would be pi, H-pi. But in German, it's HP. It's my initials. And 42 is the meaning of life. Get with it. Come on. So that's it. It's literally just my initials. Glenn Michael Thompson bought a Fender keyboard and rather than a FFR, 100 watts, 3 channels, graphic EQ, woofer, piezo, horn. I don't know what that means. Hey Richard, everyone, you're coming in way late. You're gonna have to rewind because I'm almost out of here. Oh wait, Doggett, my homework says IR loader like Iridium. The Iridium is not an IR loader. The Iridium is literally an amp simulator. It's a modeler. It models 3 amps and it can load IRs, even though it has IRs in it. Ciao, Rob. Don't you call me Hans Peter, Niklas. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay? Because we know Hans Peter. That's the pest. Hey, Rexomatic, I don't drink beer, but coffee is fine. If you got a coffee, drag me over there. So it's not an analog. It's an amp simulator, and it also has then cab simulation built in. Will those get cheaper? There are the ones from TC Electronic. Those are pedal modelers that do one pedal at a time, and you can get them sometimes on sale for like $100-120. Hyper, Niklas, I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah, I'll open a can of whoop ass. A double can of whoop ass. What's with Guitar Lounge? I don't know what's happening there. Are we going to the Guitar Lounge? Are we done for today? We're 15 minutes over. I got people from Torman coming on Monday. That's gonna be fun. I invited them here. They're coming for a day to film things that I can't divulge. So tomorrow, even though it's Sunday, the rant's already done. I did that today. We're filming the new thing that comes out on Wednesday, which is an FRFR product. And that goes away again. God, Henning Backstep. No. Bad, Frankie boy. And best amp sim stereo pedal. The best amp sim pedals are the UAs. What are you talking about? And they're all stereo. Done. Henning with the Chuck. Easy, Chuck. You really want to hear that Warwick gossip someday? Oh, no, you don't. No, the stuff I know... Oh, no, you don't. I mean, yeah, I know you want to know, but I cannot start that somewhere. Ask Michiel privately. Maybe he'll tell you. He knows. Ah, that's the guitar. Ah, Rami wanted to know the guitar builder. Ah, okay. Ah, now I get. I don't know what you people are doing there. Are we gonna see the new 25 Harley Bentons? I haven't seen. Oh, Frankie, I'm gonna kick your ass. I haven't seen the new Harley Bentons. When they have something, hopefully they'll let me know. If not, I'll have to contact them. They send me stuff. I make videos. They pay me. That's how it works. Oh God, Blue Gamp X. What are your thoughts comparing it to other products already in the market? I don't know. Nobody's played the Blue Gamp X. It's not done. 4 years later, it's not done. I think at this point, who cares? Because it's not done. It's too much hype, and then where's it gonna land financially? Is it gonna be in any way competitive? I have no idea. And when it comes out, very likely Thomas won't commission videos because he doesn't want to spend money on videos, and I can't review something like that for free. So probably not gonna happen. Wo kommst du eigentlich her? Hier, Jonathan, ich komme aus Hesse, 40 Kilometer über Frankfurt. Talking about that, the Marshall reviews a few days after mine will be on Bernd Kiltes' channel, gitarrenlehreronline.de, in Hessisch by me. I will be doing them. I have done them in German as well on his channel if you want to hear me speak the Hessisch. Thank you, Iconoclast. Yes, there will be something Ikeish even before NAMM. Patrick Pearson, hoffentlich bis nächste Woche. Nächste Woche we're doing this, and then on Monday I'm leaving for NAMM. Hate it, don't want to say. Appreciation for imparting to us your knowledge and wisdom. There's neither knowledge nor wisdom. It's just, yeah, it's some things I know. Oh God, stop it with the Hans-Peter. I will have to beat all of you. Ich verspreche, es nicht anzufassen, wenn wir in den Etagenbetten liegen. So Lana Bailey promises not to touch it when we're in the bunk beds, because I will be in a bunk bed with Landon. We still haven't figured out who's top and who's bottom, but yeah, I'll be sleeping in a YouTube house the NAM house with about 10 YouTubers. There's Ryan Burke, there's Joe Braga, there's Landon Bailey. I don't know most of the people. It's gonna be a fun ride, I guess. Sponsored by Sweetwater. They are paying for the house. Very nice. Very nice. I don't eat Mettbrötchen. That's disgusting. Yeah, we'll try to stay safe in Cali. I mean, obviously, Anaheim is far away. I have to drive up the coast to Mark Mencina's house because the week after I'm spending at Mark Mencina's house. That's why I'm going. I'm really excited to spend some time with my hero. The guy wrote fucking Tarzan with Phil Collins. Okay, You'll Be in My Heart. His shit together with Phil. He wrote the Moana stuff. Just did Moana 2. Just did Mufasa. Holy shit. This is such an amazing guy, and he loves guitar, so we're going to do videos about his guitar collection, amp collection, and of course, songwriting. The guy wrote Hakuna Matata. So I will be driving up the coast. It's close to San Francisco. And I don't know if Highway 1 is going to be open, so I could actually drive by the nightmarish place that is now Palisades. I don't know if I should do that or not, or just take the back road. I don't know. If we sleep bum to bum, Landon, should we sleep bum to bum? What's going on with Marshall? Wait to buy. Wait 2 weeks. Good shit coming. Share a bed with Mrs. Spender. Oh, God, hell no. Not for any money. No, I have not tried those guitars. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. I shall... Landon is writing me now. I shall be out. I shall be on the couch. Leslie's making food. Something about pizza. She made handmade pizza. Probably not enough cheese on it, but hey, what can you do? So, we'll do this again next Saturday. You know where to go. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Bring your questions. I'll try to answer them. I don't really know too much stuff, and you know I don't have talent. Tomorrow we'll talk about sounds have functions. Is that what it's called? What is it called? Yeah, that's what it's called. Tomorrow morning at 10 Sherman time, you can see that. Up till then, you go bed or play with yourself or your guitar or whatever. You cuddle your wife, your children. You cuddle your dogs, your cats, your birds, but carefully. And Leslie at the end. No, that's I don't. She doesn't. No, she doesn't want. She's over there. Thank you for watching, and thanks, Michiel, for feeding me all the questions. That is very, very kind. That makes it so much easier. Joining Adam and cooking some dinner. Well, do that. Mugur. Whatever Mugur stands for. Mumjiar. Whatever. We'll find out next week, Mrs. Mumjiar. I don't know. I can't tell from the picture. No animals anywhere. Stream done. Love you guys.